Hello everyone, good evening. So yesterday we have studied about the cell structure and function, correct? So today we will be working on MCQs, okay? So I will be sharing the screen now. Yes, so the same concept, cell structure and function, whatever we have studied yesterday, we will just recall all the concepts whatever we have studied, and we will be answering the MCQ questions, right? That is multiple choice questions. Question will be there and four options will be there. We will be ticking the right answer for that. Okay, so before starting, we have the pictures here on the screen. You can see animal cell and plant cell. Let us just recall some basic things, right? So animal cell has nucleus, cytoplasm, cell membrane, mitochondria, whereas plant cell also has all these things. Along with that, you have cell wall and chloroplast. Even vacuole is present in plant cell and animal cell. Vacuole is small in animal cell, big in plant cell. Okay. And animal cells are irregular structures, whereas plant cell is rectangular in shape. Okay. Yes, and also we have unicellular organisms and multicellular organisms. Unicellular are single-celled organisms. Multicellular are made up of organisms made up of many number of cells, right? And also we have prokaryotes and eukaryotes. Okay, so prokaryotes, which has no distinct nucleus, whereas eukaryotes has distinct nucleus. Okay, so these are some of the things that we are recalling from the previous class. Okay, and animal cells, to the best cell to study animal cell is our cheek cells. Okay, and the best cell to study the plant cell is the onion cell. Okay, yes. So coming to the next slide, that is the first question here. So what is the first question we have? Identify the organisms in which only a single cell represents a complete organism. So here they are saying single cell represents a complete organism, means the whole organism is made up of single cell. Okay, so that means single celled organisms, right? So um, ಸೊ ಒಂದೇ ಜೀವಕೋಶ ಒಂದು ಪೂರ್ಣ ಜೀವಿಯನ್ನು ಪ್ರತಿನಿಧಿಸುತ್ತದೆ. ಯಾವುದದು? ಒಂದೇ ಜೀವಕೋಶದಿಂದ ಮಾಡಿರುವಂತ ಒಂದು ಆರ್ಗ್ಯಾನಿಸಮ್ ಯಾವುದದು? ಯಾವುದಂದ್ರೆ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ amoeba and paramecium, correct? So planaria and cycon, these two are multicellular organ. This come under multicellular organism. Okay, but amoeba and paramecium is single celled organism. So ಯಾವ್ದು options? So option 2 and option 4. So we have option D here. Okay, then the next slide, next question. So here statement is given and the reason is given. Okay, so and the options here is statement 1 is correct and second one is false. So we have to read the statements here. Okay, we have to see whether one is correct and second one is false, or one is correct, one is false and second one is correct, or both 1 and 2 are correct and the uh, the second one is explaining about the first one, or both 1 and 2 are incorrect. Okay, so four options are there. Options ಏನು? ಒಂದನೇ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಸರಿ, ಅಥವಾ ಒಂದನೇ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಸರಿ ಮತ್ತು ಒಂದನೇ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ತಪ್ಪು ಅಂತ ಇದೆ. ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಎರಡನೇದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದನೇ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ತಪ್ಪು, ಎರಡನೇ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಸರಿ ಅಂತ ಇದೆ. ಮೂರನೇದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದನೇ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಎರಡನೇ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಎರಡೂ ಸರಿ. ಮತ್ತೆ ಎರಡನೇ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಏನಿದೆ ಇದು ಮೊದಲನೇ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ಗೆ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲನೇಷನ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ನಾಲ್ಕನೇ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ಎರಡು ತಪ್ಪು ಅಂತ ಇದೆ. ಸೊ ಈಗ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಏನು, ಫೋಟೋಸಿಂಥಸಿಸ್ ಟೇಕ್ಸ್ ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ ಇನ್ ಎಲ್ಲಿ, ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ ಸೆಲ್ಸ್. ಕರೆಕ್ಟಾ ತಪ್ಪ? ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಸಸ್ಯ ಜೀವಕೋಶಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ದ್ಯುತಿ ಸಂಶ್ಲೇಷಣೆ ಕ್ರಿಯೆ ನಡೆಯುತ್ತದೆ. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆರ್ ರಾಂಗ್? ಎಸ್, ದ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಟ್ರೂ. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಏನು, ರೀಸನ್, ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ ಸೆಲ್ಸ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಕ್ಲೋರೋಪ್ಲಾಸ್ಟ್. ಸೊ ಏನು, ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ ಸೆಲ್ಸ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಕ್ಲೋರೋಪ್ಲಾಸ್ಟ್. ಸೊ ಈ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಕರೆಕ್ಟಾ ತಪ್ಪ? ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಅದನ್ನ ನೋಡೋಣ, ರೈಟ್? ಸೊ ಸಸ್ಯ ಜೀವಕೋಶಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಕ್ಲೋರೋಪ್ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಇರುತ್ತದೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಟ್ರೂ ಅಗೇನ್. ಸೊ ಬೋತ್ 1 and 2 ಆರ್ ಟ್ರೂ. ಸೊ ಎಲ್ಲಿದೆ ಬೋತ್ 1 and 2 ಆರ್ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್? ಇಲ್ಲಿ. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲೇನಿದೆ, ಬೋತ್ 1 and 2 ಆರ್ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಅಂಡ್ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ದ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ ಸೆಲ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಕ್ಲೋರೋಪ್ಲಾಸ್ಟ್, ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ ಟೇಕ್ ಅಪ್ ಫೋಟೋಸಿಂಥಸಿಸ್. ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಸೊ ಎರಡನೇ ರೀಸನ್ನು ಮೊದಲನೇ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟಿಗೆ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲನೇಷನ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಸೊ ನಮ್ಮ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಏನು? ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಸಿ. ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಸಿ. 1 ಮತ್ತು 2 ಎರಡು ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟು ಸರಿ. ಮತ್ತೆ ಎರಡನೇ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಮೊದಲನೇ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ನ ವಿವರಿಸುತ್ತದೆ. ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟುಡ್? ಎಸ್. ಸೊ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಫರ್ದರ್. ಓಕೆ, hereditary traits from parents will pass to the next generation from this part of the cell. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ತಂದೆ ತಾಯಿಗಳಿಂದ ಅನುವಂಶೀಯ ಲಕ್ಷಣಗಳು ಜೀವಕೋಶದ ಈ ಭಾಗದಿಂದ ಮುಂದಿನ ಪೀಳಿಗೆಗೆ ವರ್ಗವಾಗುತ್ತದೆ. ಯಾವುದು ಅದು? ಸೊ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಪೇರೆಂಟ್ಸ್ it is passing to the offsprings, to the next generation. So is it a liquid substance in the nucleus that is passing? No. So ಕೋಶ ಕೇಂದ್ರದಲ್ಲಿರುವ ದ್ರವ ರೂಪದ ವಸ್ತು ಅಲ್ಲ. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್, ಥ್ರೆಡ್ ಲೈಕ್ ಫಿಲಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ ದ ನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯಸ್, ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಕೋಶ ಕೇಂದ್ರದಲ್ಲಿರುವ ದಾರದಂತಹ ಎಳೆಗಳ. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಏನಿದೆ, ಅ ರೌಂಡ್ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ ದ ನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯಸ್, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಕೋಶ ಕೇಂದ್ರದಲ್ಲಿರುವ ದುಂಡನೆಯ ವಸ್ತು ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಫರ್ ಆಗುತ್ತಾ, ಅಥವಾ ರಫ್ ಮೆಟೀರಿಯಲ್ ಆನ್ ದಿ ಔಟರ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯಸ್, ಕೋಶ ಕೇಂದ್ರದ ಹೊರಭಾಗದಲ್ಲಿರುವ ಒರಟಾದ ವಸ್ತುವ? ಯಾವುದು? ಇದ್ 4ರಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವುದು ಅನುವಂಶೀಯಕವಾಗಿ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಪೇರೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಟು ದ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಜನರೇಷನ್ ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಪಾಸಿಂಗ್ ಆನ್? ಸೊ ನಮ್ಗೆಲ್ಲ ಗೊತ್ತು, ಎಲ್ಲ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ, ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಜೆನೆಟಿಕ್ ಅಂತೀವಿ. ಸೊ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಹೆರಿಡಿಟಿ ಅಂತೀವಿ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಸೊ ಏನ್ ಕಾರಣ ಹೆರಿಡಿಟಿಗೆ? ಜೀನ್ಸ್ ಕಾರಣ. ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಸೊ ಜೀನ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲಿರುತ್ತೆ? ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಫೌಂಡ್ ಇನ್ ದಿ ಕ್ರೋಮೋಸೋಮ್ಸ್ ಆನ್ ದ DNA, ರೈಟ್? ಸೊ ಇಷ್ಟರಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವುದು DNA ನ ಸೂಚಿಸುತ್ತೆ? ಸೊ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ನಥಿಂಗ್ ಬಟ್ ದ ಥ್ರೆಡ್ ಲೈಕ್ ಫಿಲಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ ದ ನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯಸ್. So yesterday we have discussed the thread-like filaments which are found in the nucleus, in the nuclear matrix. It is scattered and it condenses to form chromosome. It has DNA and proteins. Alva. So this is responsible to pass on the genes or the genetic information from one generation to the other generation. Right? So what is our answer now? It is B. Answer B. Okay. So going to the next slide. A hen's egg is, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಕೋಳಿ ಮೊಟ್ಟೆಯು ಏನದು? ಆರ್ಗನ್ನ, ಟಿಶ್ಯೂನ, ಸೆಲ್ಲ, ಆರ್ಗನ್ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್. ಸೊ ಏನು ಹೀಗಂದ್ರೆ, ಅನ್ ಆರ್ಗನ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು? ಓಕೆ, ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಇಂದ ಬರೋಣ. ಓಕೆ, ಫಸ್ಟ್ ನಾವೇನ್ ಹೇಳಿದ್ವಿ? ಬೇಸಿಕ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರಲ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಫಂಕ್ಷನಲ್ ಯೂನಿಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಆರ್ಗ್ಯಾನಿಸಮ್ ಇಸ್ ಸೆಲ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ವಿ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಸೊ I mean collective cells andre many cells forms tissue, correct? So many cells which perform a similar function ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಒಂದೇ ತರ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡುವಂತ ಸೆಲ್ಗಳನ್ನ ಟಿಶ್ಯೂ ಅಂತ ಕರೀತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಟಿಶ್ಯೂಸ್, ಸೊ ಸಿಮಿಲರ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರ್ಸ್ ವಿಚ್ ಪರ್ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್, ಸೊ ಒಂದು ಸ್ಪೆಸಿಫಿಕ್ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡುವಂತ ಒಂದು ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ಆಫ್ ಟಿಶ್ಯೂಸ್ಗೆ ಆರ್ಗನ್ ಅಂತ ಕರೀತಾರೆ. Okay, so then a group of organs together form an organ system. Okay, so for example cell ge, for example if I have to say, um, maybe you can take a muscle cell. Okay, and all the cell together forms muscle tissue. Okay, then all the muscle tissue forms the organ. Okay, then complete organ system, right? So now hen's egg, so what do you say? Is it an organ, is it a tissue, or is it an organ system? Okay, so example for organ system we have digestive system, respiratory system, excretory system, etc. Right, so many organ system we have from head to toe, right? The nervous system, circulatory system, right? All these things are organ system. So what are these organ system made up of? These organ system are made up of organs. Like for example if we have to take the digestive system, what are the organs that makes up digestive system? Mouth, esophagus, then stomach, small intestine, large intestine, etc. Right, so those are organs, like stomach, small intestine, those are organs. Okay, and tissue, so these organs are made up of tissue, right? And this tissue is made up of cell. So here hence egg, yes, it comes under cell, it is a cell. Okay, next, so match living organisms and their locomotory organs correctly. Okay, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಜೀವಿಗಳು ಮತ್ತು ಅದರ ಚಲನಾಂಗಗಳನ್ನ ಹೊಂದಿಸಿ ಬರೆಯಿರಿ. Right, so first one is euglena. So euglena, what is the locomotory organ for euglena? So amoeba-ಗೆ ಯಾವುದು, fish-ಗೆ ಯಾವುದು, paramecium-ಗೆ ಯಾವುದು? Okay, so very common. If you have confusions here, first you just mark what you know. So very common is fish, right? So fish ge eno, fish we all know that it is fins, correct? Then comes amoeba. So amoeba we know single celled organisms, it moves with the help of false feet, correct? So it is nothing but pseudopodia, right? Then paramecium, remember the structure of paramecium, you see all over its all over surrounding the cell there is the what is that, ciliary structures, correct? So it is nothing but cilia, correct? And now euglena has flagella, right? So you imagine the structure of euglena, you see the tail like structure, right? So that is nothing but flagella. Okay, so now fish, it is fins, andre meenu enu ಈಜು ರೆಕ್ಕೆಗಳು, right? So I will mark it here also, meenu ಈಜು ರೆಕ್ಕೆಗಳು. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಅಮೀಬಾಗೆ ಯಾವುದು, ಮಿಥ್ಯಪಾದಗಳು. ಪ್ಯಾರಮೀಶಿಯಂಗೆ ಯಾವುದು, ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಲೋಮಾಂಗಗಳು. ಯೂಗ್ಲೀನಾಗೆ ಕಶಾಂಗಗಳು. Okay, so then if we have to mark it here in the options, so first one is D. So ಎಲ್ಲಿ D ಇದೆ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಎರಡರಲ್ಲೂ D ಇದೆ, right? Then second one ಅಮೀಬಾಗೇನು C. Okay, so ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಎರಡರಲ್ಲೂ C ಇದೆಯಾ, ಇಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಎಲ್ಲಿ C ಇದೆ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ, right? So our option is C. Okay, then you compare third one ಗೆ fish ಗೆ ಏನು fins B ಇದೆ, correct ಅಲ್ವಾ? Then paramecium cilia A, right? So our option is C. Okay, yes. So moving on to the next slide, white blood cells found in human blood. So white blood cells are found, when it is found in human blood, they have one following characters that matches amoeba. Okay, so ಮನುಷ್ಯರ ರಕ್ತದಲ್ಲಿ ಕಂಡುಬರುವ ಬಿಳಿ ರಕ್ತ ಕಣಗಳು ಅಮೀಬಾದ ಈ ಒಂದು ಲಕ್ಷಣವನ್ನು ಹೊಂದಿದೆ. ಸೊ ಯಾವ ಲಕ್ಷಣ ಹೊಂದಿದೆ ಈ ನಾಲ್ಕರಲ್ಲಿ? ದೇ ಆರ್ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಲಿವಿಂಗ್ ಆರ್ಗ್ಯಾನಿಸಮ್ಸ್. ಸೊ ವೆದರ್ ವೈಟ್ ಬ್ಲಡ್ ಸೆಲ್ಸ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಅಮೀಬಾ, ದೇ ಆರ್ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಲಿವಿಂಗ್ ಆರ್ಗ್ಯಾನಿಸಮ್ಸ್, ಆರ್ they change their shape. Whether amoeba changes its shape, we know that. So similarly, does the white blood cells change its shape, or it fight against germs? So whether we know that amoeba is a single celled organism, right? So single cell, all the things happens inside the same cell. Okay, digestion, excretion, fighting, everything happens in the same cell. So even white blood cells also, if we have to compare, so does it fight against germs, or method of consuming food? So how amoeba consumes it and engulfs us, right? So likewise white blood also engulfs us. What is the main characteristic that is shared with amoeba? ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಸ್ವತಂತ್ರವಾದ ಒಂದು ಪರಿಪೂರ್ಣ ಜೀವಿಗಳಾಗಿವೆನಾ, ಅಥವಾ ತಮ್ಮ ಆಕಾರವನ್ನು ಬದಲಿಸುತ್ತದೆಯಾ, ಅಥವಾ ರೋಗಾಣುಗಳ ವಿರುದ್ಧ ಹೋರಾಡುತ್ತದೆಯಾ, ಅಥವಾ ಆಹಾರ ಸೇವಿಸುವ ವಿಧಾನ ಎರಡರದ್ದು ಒಂದೇ ತರ ಇದೆಯಾ? ಸೊ ಇದಿಷ್ಟರಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವುದು? ಸೊ ವೈಟ್ ಬ್ಲಡ್ ಸೆಲ್ಸ್ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಯಾವಾಗ್ಲೂ ಗೊತ್ತು, ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಫಾರ್ ಡಿಫೆನ್ಸ್ ಮೆಕ್ಯಾನಿಸಮ್, ರೈಟ್? ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ it fight against germs. So when foreign body enters our body, when foreign object enters our body, foreign object ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಯಾವುದು? ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ಟೀರಿಯಾ, ವೈರಸ್, ಆ ತರದ್ದು ನಮ್ಮ ದೇಹದ ಅಲ್ದಲೇ ಇರೋದು, ಹೊರಗಡೆಯಿಂದ ನಮ್ಮ ದೇಹದ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಯಾವುದು ಎಂಟರ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೋ ಅದನ್ನ ನಾವು ಫಾರಿನ್ ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಸೊ when those objects enter our body, white blood cells start fighting against them. It start multiplying and start fighting against them. Okay, this is one of the major comparison that we can give it along with amoeba. Okay, so ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವುದು? ರೋಗಾಣುಗಳ ವಿರುದ್ಧ ಹೋರಾಡುತ್ತದೆ, right? Okay, so we will move on to the next question, that is the correct statement regarding the size of the cell. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಜೀವಕೋಶಗಳ ಗಾತ್ರಕ್ಕೆ ಸಂಬಂಧಿಸಿದಂತೆ ಸರಿಯಾದ ಹೇಳಿಕೆ ಯಾವುದು ಈ ನಾಲ್ಕರಲ್ಲಿ? ಓಕೆ, ಲೈಕ್ ಲಾರ್ಜ್ ಆರ್ಗ್ಯಾನಿಸಮ್ ಇದ್ರೆ ಸೆಲ್ಸು ಲಾರ್ಜ್ ಇರುತ್ತಾ? ದಟ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಲಾರ್ಜ್ ಆರ್ಗ್ಯಾನಿಸಮ್ಸ್ ಲೈಕ್ ಎಲಿಫೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಲಾರ್ಜ್ ಸೆಲ್ಡ್ ಸೈಜ್. ಆನೆಯಂತಹ ದೊಡ್ಡ ಜೀವಿಗಳು ದೊಡ್ಡ ಗಾತ್ರದ ಜೀವಕೋಶ ಹೊಂದಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಹೌದಾ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್, ಸ್ಮಾಲ್ ಆರ್ಗ್ಯಾನಿಸಮ್ಸ್ ಲೈಕ್ ಮೈಸ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಸ್ಮಾಲ್ ಸೈಜ್ಡ್ ಸೆಲ್ಸ್. ಇಲಿಯಂತಹ ಸಣ್ಣ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿಗಳು, ಸಣ್ಣ ಜೀವಿಗಳು ಸಣ್ಣ ಗಾತ್ರದ ಜೀವಕೋಶವನ್ನು ಹೊಂದಿರುತ್ತವೆ. ಈ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಕರೆಕ್ಟಾ ತಪ್ಪಾ? ಅಥವಾ ಆಲ್ ಆರ್ಗ್ಯಾನಿಸಮ್ಸ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಸೆಲ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಸೇಮ್ ಸೈಜ್, ಎಲ್ಲಾ ಜೀವಿಗಳು ಒಂದೇ ಗಾತ್ರದ ಜೀವಕೋಶ ಹೊಂದಿರುತ್ತಾ? ಈ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಕರೆಕ್ಟಾ ತಪ್ಪಾ? ಆರ್ the size of the cell depends on the functions what they perform. That means ಜೀವಕೋಶಗಳ ಗಾತ್ರವು ಅವು ನಿರ್ವಹಿಸುವ ಕಾರ್ಯಗಳನ್ನು ಅವಲಂಬಿಸಿವೆ. ಸೊ ಈ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಕರೆಕ್ಟಾ? ಥಿಂಕ್ ಮಾಡಿ, ಈ ನಾಲ್ಕರಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವ್ದು ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿದೆ? ಸೊ ದೊಡ್ಡ ಆರ್ಗ್ಯಾನಿಸಮ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ದೊಡ್ಡ ಸೆಲ್ ನ ನೋಡ್ಬೋದಾ? ಇಲ್ಲ, ತಪ್ಪಲ್ವಾ ಅದು? ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್, ಸಣ್ಣ ಆರ್ಗ್ಯಾನಿಸಮ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಸಣ್ಣ ಸೆಲ್ ಇರತ್ತಾ? ಅದು ತಪ್ಪು. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಆರ್ಗ್ಯಾನಿಸಮ್ ನಲ್ಲೂ ಸೇಮ್ ಸೈಜ್ಡ್ ಸೆಲ್ ಇರತ್ತಾ? ಇಲ್ಲ, ಅದನ್ನು ಆಕ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋ ಹಾಗಿಲ್ಲ. Then what is your right answer? Your right answer is it depends on the functions they perform. So in our body, we have many number of cells, right? So each cell is not similar. Each cell will not perform same function. Okay, the size of the cell differs, the shape of the cell differs, and the function of the cell also differs. Okay, yes. So what will be our answer? Our answer will be D. So ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಜೀವಕೋಶಗಳ ಗಾತ್ರವು ಅವು ನಿರ್ವಹಿಸುವ ಕಾರ್ಯಗಳನ್ನು ಅವಲಂಬಿಸಿವೆ. Coming to the next question. So which of the following parts are found in both plants and animals? So which of the following parts you have to recall now. Recall the picture of the animal cell and the plant cell. Okay, so both in animal and plant cell, which are the parts found? So cell membrane, yes. Okay, cell membrane is found. Then cytoplasm, yes, is found in both animals and plants. And cell wall, no, cell wall is only found in where? Only found in plants. Okay, yes. So ಈ ಮುಂದೆ ತಿಳಿಸಿದ ಯಾವ ಭಾಗಗಳು ಸಸ್ಯ ಮತ್ತು ಪ್ರಾಣಿ ಜೀವಕೋಶಗಳೆರಡರಲ್ಲೂ ಕಂಡು ಬರುತ್ತದೆ? ಸೊ ಎರಡರಲ್ಲೂ ಕಂಡು ಬರಬೇಕು. ಯಾವ ಭಾಗಗಳು ಸಸ್ಯ ಮತ್ತು ಪ್ರಾಣಿ ಜೀವಕೋಶದಲ್ಲಿ? ಸೊ ಕೋಶ ಪೊರೆ ಎರಡರಲ್ಲೂ ಇದೆ, ಕೋಶ ದ್ರವ್ಯ ಎರಡರಲ್ಲೂ ಇದೆ, ಬಟ್ ಕೋಶ ಭಿತ್ತಿ ಬರೀ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ ಸೆಲ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾತ್ರ ಇದೆ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಸಸ್ಯ ಜೀವಕೋಶದಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾತ್ರ ಕೋಶ ಭಿತ್ತಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಇದು ಈ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲ. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಬರೋಣ. ಸೊ ನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯಸ್, yes, in both the cells we find, both plant and animal cells we find nucleus. Then what about cell wall? No, again cell wall is found in plant cell. Correct. Here also we have mentioned cell wall is found in plant cell, right? Yes. Now cytoplasm, yes, cytoplasm is found in both plant and animal cell. Okay, so this option is also not right. So kosha kendra irutte, kosha dravya irutte, but kosha bhitti iralla. Next, coming to nucleus. Next option, nucleus, yes, nucleus is present in both plant and animal cell. Then cell membrane, yes, cell membrane is also present in both plant and animal cell. Then cytoplasm is also present in both plant and animal cell. Okay, so andre kosha kendra irutte, kosha pore irutte, kosha dravya irutte ಎರಡರಲ್ಲೂ. ಸೊ ನಮ್ದು ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಸಿ ನ ಹೋಗಕ್ ಮುಂಚೆ ಇನ್ನೊಂದ್ಸಲ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಅನ್ನು ಚೆಕ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬಿಡೋಣಂತೆ. ಸೊ cell membrane, yes, present. Plastids are not present in both plant and animal cell. Nucleus is present. So kosha pore irutte and plastidgalu iralla, kosha kendra irutte. So namma option yaudu? Nam option is C. So these are the organelles, or these are the following parts. These are the parts. Which are those parts? Nucleus, cell membrane, and cytoplasm. That is kosha kendra, kosha pore, and kosha dravya. These parts are found both in animal cell and plant cell. Okay, yeah. Moving on further. Identify the organisms which do not have well-defined nuclear membrane. So you have to tell me the organisms which do not have well-organized nuclear membrane. That means well-defined nuclear membrane. So ವ್ಯವಸ್ಥಿತವಾದ ಕೋಶ ಕೇಂದ್ರ ಪೊರೆಯನ್ನು ಹೊಂದಿಲ್ಲದ ಜೀವಿಗಳನ್ನು ಗುರುತಿಸಿ. ಸೊ ಯಾವ್ದ್ಯಾವ್ದು prokaryotes and eukaryotes ಅಂತ we have discussed. Yesterday also I have mentioned about eukaryotes, and in the beginning of the session, now today I told you about prokaryotes and eukaryotes, right? So you have to understand what are prokaryotes and what are eukaryotes, and which are prokaryotes and which are eukaryotes, correct? So prokaryotes are the organisms which do not have well defined nuclear membrane, okay, but eukaryotes, they have well defined nuclear membrane. So in these four options, which are the prokaryotes and which are the eukaryotes, that we have to identify, okay? So whether blue green algae, are they prokaryotes? Yes, they are prokaryotes. Amoeba, are they prokaryote? No, they are eukaryotes. Then about bacteria? Bacteria, yes, they are prokaryotes. What about paramecium? No, they aren't. So which are the two organisms here that shows the prokaryotic feature, that is which do not have well defined nuclear membrane? Option 1 and 3. Okay, so where is the option 1 and option 3? Option 1 and option 3 is in the C option. Okay, so ಯಾವ್ದ್ಯಾವ್ದು? ನೀಲಿ ಹಸಿರು ಶೈವಲ and ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ಟೀರಿಯಾ, ಇದೆರಡು ವ್ಯವಸ್ಥಿತವಾದ ಕೋಶ ಕೇಂದ್ರ ಪೊರೆಯನ್ನು ಹೊಂದಿಲ್ಲದಂತಹ ಜೀವಿಗಳು. ಸೊ ನಮ್ಮ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವ್ದಾಗಬೇಕು? ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಸಿ. ಓಕೆ, so moving on to the next question. The place in the cell where adenosine triphosphate, what is this adenosine triphosphate? Yesterday in the class we have discussed A, T and P, ATP, adenosine triphosphate. So what is the question? The place in the cell where adenosine triphosphate molecule is produced. ಜೀವಕೋಶದಲ್ಲಿ ಅಡಿನೋಸಿನ್ ಟ್ರೈಫಾಸ್ಫೇಟ್ ಅಣು ಉತ್ಪತ್ತಿಯಾಗುವ ಸ್ಥಳ ಯಾವುದು? ಸೊ ಇದು 4ರಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವುದು ಅಡಿನೋಸಿನ್ ಜನರೇಟ್ ಮಾಡುವಂತ organelle? So one by one we will check. Okay, so mitochondria, yes, we have heard mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell. Why? Because it synthesizes or it generates ATP molecule. It synthesizes or generates energy. So what is energy? Energy is nothing but ATP. ATP is adenosine triphosphate, right? Yes. So then it is the first option itself, but let us go and check other options also. Okay, so ribosomes. So ribosomes, is it connected with ATP? No, it is connected with proteins, protein synthesis, right? Then Golgi complex. Golgi complex, it just process and package the proteins, correct? Then plastids. Plastids, this is for photosynthesis. The chloroplast, chromoplasts are for giving coloration to the plant and the what is that? The fruit and flowers, correct? And also there are other pigments found, right, to give other coloration to the plant body. So these three functions are different, correct? Mitochondrial function is the main function where adenosine triphosphate is generated. So our option is option A, mitochondria. So ಜೀವಕೋಶದಲ್ಲಿ ಅಡಿನೋಸಿನ್ ಟ್ರೈಫಾಸ್ಫೇಟ್ ಅಣು ಉತ್ಪತ್ತಿಯಾಗುವ ಸ್ಥಳ ಯಾವುದು? ಮೈಟೋಕಾಂಡ್ರಿಯಾ. Okay, so let us move on to the next question. Rough endoplasmic reticulum takes part in synthesis of which of the following? Okay, that means rough endoplasmic reticulum andre varatada endoplasmic reticulum ಇದರ ಸಂಶ್ಲೇಷಣೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಪಾಲ್ಗೊಳ್ಳುತ್ತದೆ. ಸೊ ಯಾವುದರ ಸಂಶ್ಲೇಷಣೆ? So why it is called rough endoplasmic reticulum? First we will understand that, right? So if you can recall the previous class, what we have discussed about endoplasmic reticulum, there are two types of endoplasmic reticulum, right? Rough endoplasmic reticulum and smooth endoplasmic reticulum, correct? So why it is called rough endoplasmic reticulum? Because it has ribosomes on it, correct? It has ribosomes on it. So what is the function of the ribosome? In this previous slide we have, oh, yes, while studying this slide we have discussed what is the function of ribosome, what happens exactly in the ribosome, right? So same things apply everywhere. So ribosomes are for protein synthesis, right? So rough endoplasmic reticulum has ribosomes on it. That is why it is called rough endoplasmic reticulum. It appears rough because of the presence of ribosomes, right? So these take part in the synthesis of proteins, right? And what about fat? It is the smooth endoplasmic reticulum, right? And carbohydrate and vitamins, right? So these are prepared, that is, in plants carbohydrates are made, right? Food is made and then it is oxidized to generate ATP, so in the process of photosynthesis, correct? Then vitamins are also found in our uh, the cell, okay, in the cytosol, the cell sap, what you say, these are also present. And some of the vitamins are not present, so that vitamins we have to take it from outside. Vitamin A, D, E, K, what we can say, water soluble, fat soluble vitamins. There are many sets of vitamins we have, okay? So those are found in our body, okay? So but rough endoplasmic reticulum, it takes part in synthesis of proteins. So protein ಅನ್ನು ಸಂಶ್ಲೇಷಣೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಪಾಲ್ಗೊಳ್ಳುತ್ತದೆ. ಸೊ ಒರಟಾದ ಎಂಡೋಪ್ಲಾಸ್ಮಿಕ್ ರೆಟಿಕ್ಯುಲಮ್ ಪ್ರೋಟೀನ್ ಸಂಶ್ಲೇಷಣೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಪಾಲ್ಗೊಳ್ಳುತ್ತದೆ. ಸೊ ಅವರ್ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ is option B, okay? So going on further to the next question. In the plant cell, the function of cell wall. So what is the function of cell wall? ಸಸ್ಯಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಕೋಶ ಭಿತ್ತಿಯ ಕಾರ್ಯ ಯಾವುದು? ಏನು ಕೋಶ ಭಿತ್ತಿ ಏನಕ್ಕಿರುತ್ತದೆ ಅಂತ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ. ಸೊ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಒನ್, ಇಟ್ ಗಿವ್ಸ್ ಶೇಪ್ ಅಂಡ್ ರಿಜಿಡಿಟಿ ಟು ದ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್. ಹೌದಾ? ಸೊ ಅದು ಆಕಾರ ಮತ್ತು ಗಡುಸುತನವನ್ನು ನೀಡುತ್ತದೆ. ಸೊ ಇದು ಕರೆಕ್ಟಾ ತಪ್ಪಾ? ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಅನಲೈಸ್ ಮಾಡಿಬಿಟ್ಟು ಬರೋಣಂತೆ, ಓಕೆ? ಸೊ ವಿ ವಿಲ್ ಅನಲೈಸ್ ಆಲ್ ದ 4 ಆಪ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ಅಂಡ್ ದೆನ್ ಫೈನಲಿ ವಿ ವಿಲ್ ಸ್ಟಿಕ್ ಆನ್ ಟು ಒನ್ ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ ಆನ್ಸರ್, ಓಕೆ? ಸೊ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಇನ್ವಾಲ್ವ್ಡ್ ಇನ್ ಪ್ರೋಟೀನ್ ಸಿಂಥಸಿಸ್. ಹೌದಾ? ಸೆಲ್ ವಾಲ್ ಇನ್ವಾಲ್ವ್ ಆಗಿದೆಯಾ? ಇಲ್ಲ, ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ರೈಬೋಸೋಮ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ವಾಲ್ವ್ ಆಗಿದೆ, ರೈಟ್? ಸೊ ಬಿ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಪ್ರೋಟೀನ್ ಸಂಶ್ಲೇಷಣೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಇದು ಭಾಗಿ ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್, ಸೆಕ್ರಿಟಿಂಗ್ ವೇರಿಯಸ್ ಕೆಮಿಕಲ್ಸ್. ಸೊ ಸೆಲ್ ವಾಲು ವೇರಿಯಸ್ ವಿಲ್ ಇಟ್ ಸೆಕ್ರಿಟ್ ವೇರಿಯಸ್ ಕೆಮಿಕಲ್ಸ್? No, not exactly, but some of the organelles that are found inside our cell will secrete some of the things, right? But not the cell wall, okay? Then it transport materials. Is it true? ಸೊ ವಸ್ತುಗಳನ್ನು ಸಾಗಣೆ ಮಾಡುತ್ತದೆ ಸೆಲ್ ವಾಲ್, ಯಾಕೆಂದ್ರೆ ಅದು ಹೊರಗಡೆ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಕವರ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ ಸೆಲ್ನ. ಸೊ ವಿಲ್ ಇಟ್ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಮೆಟೀರಿಯಲ್ಸ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಒನ್ ಸೆಲ್ ಟು ದಿ ಅದರ್ ಸೆಲ್? No. So what transports it is the plasmodesmata, the channels what are found in between that communicates one cell to the other cell. So not the transport of material. So what is the right answer? We can see here. It gives shape and rigidity, that is ಆಕಾರ ಮತ್ತು ಗಡುಸುತನವನ್ನು ನೀಡುವುದು. So our option A is the right answer. Okay, yes. So going on to the next question. So in this given diagram of animal cell, so how do you identify it is an animal cell or a plant cell? Okay, just by looking at the picture, how do you identify? As we have discussed, animal cell is irregular or oval shaped, right? So see whether it is irregular or oval shaped. So here you have the structure, correct? See, it looks like oval shape, right? And hence it is an animal cell. If it was a plant cell, how it would look like? It would look like a rectangle shape. So by looking at the cell itself, we can say whether it is animal cell or plant cell. Okay, coming to the question now. So in the given diagram of animal cell, the parts label 1, 2, 3 and 4 respectively are what it is. First we have to identify what it is. Okay, so first one, what is this first one? So where is it present? So it is somewhere in the middle. It is not particularly targeted to any of the organelles or anywhere, nothing is prominently shown there. So somewhere in the matrix it is told, it is said. So what it is nothing but, what is this? Cytoplasm of the cell, correct? Then next one, what it is here, the second one, exactly it is marked at the center, right? So what is it? It is nothing but, the nucleus. Okay, then third one, it is somewhere at the end, right? So it is pointing to the cell membrane, correct? Yes. Then fourth one, it is pointing to one of the organelle, correct? So what is that organelle? That organelle, see the shape, the structure, everything, you will come to know what is that organelle. It is a cylindrical shape, and inside that you can see the infoldings. This you can consider it as infolding. So what organelle has infoldings? The cristae, right? So here it is nothing but mitochondria, right? Yes. So what option is correct? So first one is cytoplasm. Yes, cytoplasm is here. Okay. And second is nucleus. Yes, nucleus is also here in the first option. Third one is cell membrane. Yes, cell membrane. Fourth one is mitochondria. Yes, mitochondria. Yes, in the first option itself we have cracked it, right? So our option is first one, A option. So once we get all the four right, then we need not move further. Okay. So here ಕೋಶ ದ್ರವ್ಯ, ಮೊದಲನೇದು ಕೋಶ ದ್ರವ್ಯ, ಎರಡನೇದು ಕೋಶ ಕೇಂದ್ರ, ಮೂರನೇದು ಕೋಶ ಪೊರೆ, ನಾಲ್ಕನೇದು ಮೈಟೋಕಾಂಡ್ರಿಯಾ. So our option will be option A. Okay. Yes. So we will be moving on to the next question. The part of the cell visible only when the cell divides. So the part of the cell, this is a part of the cell visible only when cell divides. Until then it will not be visible. Only during cell division it is visible. Okay, so what is that part here? So ಜೀವಕೋಶಗಳು ವಿಭಜನೆಗೊಳ್ಳುವ ಸಂದರ್ಭದಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾತ್ರ ಕಾಣಿಸುವ ಜೀವಕೋಶದ ಭಾಗ ಯಾವುದು? ಸೊ ಗಾಲ್ಗಿ ಆಪರೇಟಸ್, ಗಾಲ್ಗಿ ಕಾಂಪ್ಲೆಕ್ಸ್, ಗಾಲ್ಗಿ ಸಂಕೀರ್ಣನ. Golgi complex is visible throughout, right? Yes. So then mitochondria is also visible. Then chloroplast in plant cell is also visible. Okay, so visible here, what we mean to say is visible to the microscope, not to the naked eye. Okay, so these are all microscopic structures, right? When we see under the microscope, we can see all these organelles. Okay, and chromosome visible always inside the nucleus? No, it is not. Okay, so it is not always visible inside the nucleus. We can see a thread like structures. Okay, a thread like just a thread like structures we can see, but condensed form of these thread like chromatin fibers, they condense to form the chromosomes. Okay, so and these chromosomes are formed only before the cell divides. Okay, so until then it will be chromatin network only. Okay, so our option is C, the part of the cell visible only when the cell division takes place, that is chromosomes. Okay, ಸೊ ಜೀವಕೋಶಗಳು ವಿಭಜನೆಗೊಳ್ಳುವ ಸಂದರ್ಭದಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾತ್ರ ಕಾಣಿಸುವ ಜೀವಕೋಶದ ಭಾಗ ಯಾವುದು? ವರ್ಣತಂತುಗಳು. Okay, yes. So moving on to the next question. Nucleus is considered as control center of the cell. Why? So ಕೋಶ ಕೇಂದ್ರವನ್ನು ಜೀವಕೋಶದ ನಿಯಂತ್ರಕ ಕೇಂದ್ರ ಎಂದು ಕರೆಯುತ್ತಾರೆ. ಯಾಕೆ? ಏಕೆಂದರೆ 4 options ಇದೆ. We have to analyze each one and then find one correct answer for that. Okay, because it allows the movement of substances both inward and outward. Is that so? ಒಳಬರುವ ಹಾಗೂ ಹೊರಹೋಗುವ ವಸ್ತುಗಳ ಚಲನೆಗೆ ಅನುವು ಮಾಡಿಕೊಡುತ್ತದೆ. ಹೌದಾ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಆಪ್ಷನ್ 2 ಅನಲೈಸ್ ಮಾಡೋದಾದ್ರೆ, it plays an important role in photosynthesis. So will the nucleus play an important role in photosynthesis? ದ್ಯುತಿ ಸಂಶ್ಲೇಷಣೆ ಕ್ರಿಯೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರಮುಖ ಪಾತ್ರ ವಹಿಸುತ್ತದಾ? ಹೌದಾ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಥಿಂಕ್ ಮಾಡಿ. Next, it helps in protein synthesis. So will the nucleus is responsible for synthesizing proteins? ಪ್ರೋಟೀನ್ ಸಂಶ್ಲೇಷಣೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಸಹಾಯ ಮಾಡುತ್ತದಾ ಇದು? ಥಿಂಕ್ ಫಾರ್ ಅ ವೈಲ್. And the last one, it coordinates various activities. So now think, ಅನೇಕ ಚಟುವಟಿಕೆಗಳಿಗೆ ಸಹಭಾಗಿತ್ವವನ್ನು ಏರ್ಪಡಿಸುತ್ತದೆ. Now think, which option better suits here? Which option is correct? So whether it allows the movement or plays a role in photosynthesis or helps in protein synthesis or coordinates various activities. So nuclear control center, the name itself says niyantraka kendra. So niyantraka, control, means controlling so many things. The power it has to control many things, right? So then our answer should be what? Our answer should be coordinates various activities. ಅನೇಕ ಚಟುವಟಿಕೆಗಳನ್ನ ಕಂಟ್ರೋಲ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ our option will be option D. Okay, yes. So we will be moving on to the next slide. The main difference between human cheek cells and onion peel cell. So beginning of the slide itself, we have discussed about this. Uh, I mean, just I have given the glimpse of cheek cell and onion peel cell, right? So just recall about it, and then let us analyze all the four options here. Okay. So what is the main difference between human cheek cells and onion peel? ಓಕೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಮಾನವನ ಕೆನ್ನೆಯಲ್ಲಿರುವ ಜೀವಕೋಶಗಳಿಗೂ ಹಾಗೂ ಈರುಳ್ಳಿ ಸಿಪ್ಪೆಯಲ್ಲಿನ ಜೀವಕೋಶಗಳಿಗೂ ಇರುವ ಪ್ರಮುಖ ವ್ಯತ್ಯಾಸ. ದಟ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಮೇಜರ್ ಡಿಫರೆನ್ಸ್ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಟೆಲ್. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ದ ಪ್ರೆಸೆನ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಸೆಲ್ ವಾಲ್ ಇನ್ ಆನಿಯನ್ ಪೀಲ್ ಸೆಲ್. ಕರೆಕ್ಟಾ? ಸೊ ಆನಿಯನ್ ಪೀಲ್ ಸೆಲ್, ಈರುಳ್ಳಿ ಸಿಪ್ಪೆಯ ಜೀವಕೋಶಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಕೋಶ ಭಿತ್ತಿ ಇರುತ್ತದೆ. ಎಲ್ಲಿ? ಈರುಳ್ಳಿ ಸಿಪ್ಪೆಯ ಜೀವಕೋಶಗಳಲ್ಲಿ. ಸೊ ಇಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಸೊ? ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಆನಿಯನ್ ಪೀಲ್, onion is a plant product, right? So it is a plant cell. Onion peel is a plant cell. So what is the parts of the plant cell? If you can remember, there are many parts, many organelles found along with cytoplasm, cell membrane. So surrounding the cell we have the cell wall. Cell wall, which is made up of cellulose, which gives rigidity and stability, strength to the cell, right? So cell wall is present in the onion peel. The first option itself is correct, right? So major difference we are asking, right? So presence of mitochondria in onion peel cells, correct? Mitochondria is also present, but not only in onion cells, in both the cells, in plant cell also, in cheek cells also, in onion peel also it is present. ಸೊ ಈರುಳ್ಳಿ ಜೀವಕೋಶಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಮೈಟೊಕಾಂಡ್ರಿಯಾ ಇದೆ, ಬರೀ ಈರುಳ್ಳಿಯಲ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ, ಮಾನವನ ಕೆನ್ನೆ ಜೀವಕೋಶಗಳಲ್ಲೂ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. And absence of endoplasmic reticulum in cheek cells, no, it is an animal cell, right? So animal and plant cell both has endoplasmic reticulum. Then so ಕೆನ್ನೆಯ ಜೀವಕೋಶಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಎಂಡೋಪ್ಲಾಸ್ಮಿಕ್ ರೆಟಿಕ್ಯುಲಮ್ ಇರುವುದಿಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಸಸ್ಯ ಹಾಗೂ ಜೀವಕೋಶಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಎರಡರಲ್ಲೂ ಎಂಡೋಪ್ಲಾಸ್ಮಿಕ್ ರೆಟಿಕ್ಯುಲಮ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. Then absence of plasma membrane. Absence of plasma membrane is cheek cell. So cheek cell is animal cell. Plasma membrane should be present. Correct? So ಕೆನ್ನೆಯ ಜೀವಕೋಶಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಕೋಶಪೊರೆ ಇರುತ್ತದೆ. So ಇರುವುದಿಲ್ಲ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಇರುತ್ತದೆ. So our answer is option ಯಾವುದು? Option A, presence of cell wall in onion peel cell. Okay, so that is the major difference between plant cell and animal cell. That is what it is. ಈರುಳ್ಳಿ ಸಿಪ್ಪೆಯ ಜೀವಕೋಶಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಕೋಶ ಭಿತ್ತಿ ಇದೆ. So our option will be option A. Coming to the next question, bacteria and blue green algae. So make a note of it. Bacteria and blue green algae. Bacteria ಮತ್ತು ನೀಲಿ ಹಸಿರು ಶೈವಲಗಳನ್ನು ಪ್ರೋಕಾರಿಯೋಟ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ವರ್ಗೀಕರಿಸಲಾಗಿದೆ. ಏಕೆಂದರೆ, what is the reason behind putting bacteria and blue green algae, classifying bacteria and blue green algae under prokaryotes? So they have well-defined nucleus. Whether they have well-defined nucleus, ವ್ಯವಸ್ಥಿತವಾದ ಕೋಶ ಕೇಂದ್ರ ಇದೆಯಾ? They do not have well-defined nucleus. So ವ್ಯವಸ್ಥಿತವಾದ ಕೋಶ ಕೇಂದ್ರ ಇಲ್ವಾ? They have nuclear membrane. They have true nucleus. So ಕೋಶ ಕೇಂದ್ರದ ಪೊರೆ ಇದೆ, ನಿರ್ದಿಷ್ಟವಾದ ಕೋಶ ಕೇಂದ್ರ ಇದೆ. ಸೊ ಯಾವುದಿದು? They have well-organized nucleus, well-organized nucleus, well-defined nucleus, which are found in eukaryotes, correct? And not prokaryotes. But they do not have well-defined organ, that is well-defined nucleus. Adu prokaryotes. So prokaryotic characteristic, they do not have well organized nucleus. So our option will be option B. So vyavastitavada kosha kendra iruvudilla. So this is the main reason for which bacteria and blue-green algae are classified under prokaryotes. Okay, so let's move on to the next slide. Next question. So here the picture is given. By looking at the picture itself, now you can say that what cell it is. So how is the cell? It is rectangular in shape, correct? So what type of cell it is? It is a plant cell. Yes, very good. So in the given diagram of plant cell, the part labeled plays an important role. So what part is labeled here? ಸೊ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರುವ ಸಸ್ಯ ಜೀವಕೋಶದ ಚಿತ್ರದಲ್ಲಿ ಗುರುತು ಮಾಡಲಾಗಿರುವ ಭಾಗವು ಪ್ರಮುಖ ಪಾತ್ರ ವಹಿಸುವುದು. ಸೊ ಯಾವುದು ಗುರುತು ಮಾಡಿರೋ ಭಾಗ ಇಲ್ಲಿ? ಸೊ ಸಿ ದ ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರ್, ಹೌ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್, ದ ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರ್. ಸೊ ಒಂದು ಓವಲ್ ಶೇಪ್ ಇದೆ, ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್. ಸೊ ಆಮೇಲೆ ಏನಿದೆ, ಇನ್ಸೈಡ್ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಸಮ್ ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್ here and there. Okay, if you can observe properly, right? So we can see 3 stacks like this, and in between what it is connected, okay, from some tube like structure. Okay, so now tell me what structure it is. Like this structure we can see in where? Chloroplast. Okay, so in chloroplast we see such structures inside. What is this? The grana, the stroma, these are the thylakoids stacked one on the other, right? So this stacked thylakoids are called granum, and here the matrix is called stroma, right? So this is a chloroplast. So what is the function of this chloroplast? Is it transpiration? No. Is it excretion? No. Is it storage? No. Is it photosynthesis? Yes. So chloroplast is responsible for photosynthesis. That is ದ್ಯುತಿ ಸಂಶ್ಲೇಷಣೆ ಕ್ರಿಯೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಭಾಗಗೊಳ್ಳುತ್ತದೆ. ಇದು ಯಾವುದು? Chloroplast, right? So our option will be D. Option D. Okay, yes. So now going to the next question. Oh, all the questions are done. So done for today. I hope everyone understood all the questions and the proper answers, and the reason behind why those answers are opted also. So before marking the options, you should be knowing why that option is proper, why that option is the right answer. Okay, so now I hope you all have understood the explanation of those options, and you all are familiar with the proper answers for those questions. Okay, so thank you so much. See you all in the next class. Thank you.